morning, teacher and friends. Today I am going to presentation about my map of a zoo. Now, my animals are anoa, badak Jawa, cendrawasih, and elang Jawa. The volume for anoa is 6 times 5 times 5 equals 150. And it is cuboid. I choose cuboid because so anoa can run around freely. And the volume for badak Jawa is 10 times 6 times 5 equals 300 and cuboid. I choose cuboid because badak Jawa is large. And for cendrawasih is 10 times 6 times 5 and it's 303 and it is cuboid. I chose cuboid so the cendrawasih can run around freely. For elang Jawa, the volume are 10 times 10 equals 100. I chose Q because elang Jawa is small. Now these animals are endangered. They are going to go extinct. They will people hunt them either for food, medical, or their skin. As a glorious student, I will protect these animals. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
I'm gonna presentation about my map of a zoo. I never go to a zoo in Bali. There are so many different kinds of animals, such as rhino, giraffe, brown bear, tiger, and many more. And there are so many endangered animals too, such as rhino, white tiger, Sumatran tiger, and many more. In my zoo, there's 5 different animals. The animals are giraffe, rhino, brown bear, tiger, and fishes. For the giraffe cage, I give it a cuboid because giraffes are tall and it's perfect for them. For the rhino cage, I give it a cuboid because rhino are big and it's one of the endangered animals too. For the brown bear cage, I give it a cuboid cage because brown bear are big. For the tiger cage, I give it a cuboid cage because tiger has a lot of energy and they like to run around. For the fishes aquarium, I gave it a cute tank because there's a lot of tiny fishes so they don't really need a big tank. Now let's move on for the value. The value for the giraffe cage is 10,000 meters cubic. The value for the rhino cage is 60,000 meters cubic. The value for the brown bear cage is 24,000 meters cubic. The value for the tiger cage is 24,000 meters cubic. And lastly, the value for the fish's tank is 125,000 centimeters cubic. As a glorious student, I will protect the endangered animal by keeping the forest, which is their habitats, and not hunting the animals carelessly. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today, I am going to talk about my map of a zoo. I have ever been in a zoo. I have ever seen animals which is bears, dolphins, deers, penguins, and many more. Sea lions are the animal that is endangered. Why? Because people keep hunting them. If I have a zoo, this will be my map. The cage that fits in for each of the animals will be dolphins, so they can swim around. Lions, so they can run around. Bears, so because they are big. Bears cute boy because they're big. Deers cute because they are small. Penguins cute so they get to swim around. And sea lions cute so they can swim around too. Each of the volume has the volume too. They are lions, 24,000 cubic meters. Deers, 8,000 cubic meters. Bears, 12,000 cubic meters. Dolphins, 27 cubic meters. Sea lions, 27 cubic meters. And penguins, 8,000 cubic meters. As a student from Korea, to prevent animals from being endangered is breeding the animals that are endangered and taking care of them nicely. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today, I would like to present about the map of the zoo to conserve endangered animals. I have ever been to a zoo. At the zoo, I saw a lot of animals, and there are endangered animals and wild animals. As far as I know, zoo is an area in which animals are kept, especially wild animals, so that people can go and look at them or study them. In my zoo, there are some endangered animals, such as elephant, Komodo dragon, and crocodile. I made cuboid cage for elephant, Komodo dragon, panda, and crocodile. I made cuboid cage for crocodile because it has long body and the length of the cage is long enough. So I made the height not the same as the length. And I have cube cage for monkey and giraffe. I made cube cage for giraffe because it has tall body and the height of the cage is tall enough. So I made the length and the breadth same as the height. The volume of the cubes for monkey is 27 cubic meter. For giraffe is 125 cubic meter. The volume of the cuboid for elephant is 256 cubic meter. For Komodo dragon is 75 cubic meter. For panda is 192 cubic meter. And for crocodile is 192 cubic meter. We have to prevent the extinction of the animals by not hunting the endangered animals and visit a wildlife reserve. Take firm action against perpetrators of animals hunting. Let's save the animals. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
And I have seen endangered animals too, like monkeys and elephants. So, in the zoo that I have made, I have some animals. For my lions, they have a perfect cage that suits the lions well. The cage is 9,000 cubic meters. Next is birds. I have some good food for my birds. Okay, let's begin with birds. The volume of the cage is 125 cubic meters. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today I'm going to presentation about map of a zoo. I have been to the zoo before, and I saw giraffe, elephant, bears, fish, and many more others. There is an endangered animal that I see in the zoo. It's an elephant. I make you vote for an elephant because elephants are big. I make you for a fish because the fish are small. I make you vote for a giraffe because giraffes are tall. I make you for a bear because the cage are enough for the bear. The volume of elephant cage is 9 times 4 times 9 equal 324 meter cubic. The volume of fish aquarium is 2 times 2 times 2 equal 8 meters cubic. The volume of giraffe cage is 5 times 4 times 5 equal 80 meter cubic. The volume of bear cage is 5 times 5 times 5 equal 125. As a glorious student, I will not hunting the wild animals. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
Good morning, dear and friends. I want to tell you the map of the zoo. I have ever been to zoo and I see so many kinds of animals and there's endangered animals. This is my zoo. There's a turtle, fish, birds, and elephants. Uh, the turtle is the height is 2 meters and the length is 2 meters and the breadth is 2 meters too. The volume is 18 meters uh, big and the elephant 5 meters. The height is 5 meters. The length is 5 meters and the breadth is 5 meters too. It totals 100 and to 25 meters. And then the fish is the fish is the fish is 5 meters and 5 meters minus 3 meters and 4 meters. Totals 60 meters big. And the birds is 3 meters times 3 meters and 3 meters. Totals 29 meter and big. As a glorious student, uh, we can tell to the zoo if we we with it. As a glorious student, we protect the endangered animal and not to kill them. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, Miss Anna and friends. Apa itu? Today, I want to present you a project I've been working on, which is Child Recycling Center. A recycling center is a place where you can take your old things and recycle it. The 3R is short for reuse, reduce, and recycle. There are many containers for recycling trash. For my project, I chose to use the cube shape for batteries, carrier bags, and paper. For chemicals and metals, I chose to use the cuboid shape. The volume of the cube shape are 50,653 cubic meters. On the other hand, the volume of the cuboid shape is 37,864 cubic meters. As a student of Gloria and the Son of God, we have to keep our surroundings clean by doing the 3R, by using stuff utensil use, and many more. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Morning, teacher and friend. Today, I want to tell you about my project entitled Making Map of a Zoo. I will tell you about the zoo. The people can go and look the animal in the zoo. We can study about the animal in the zoo. In the zoo, I can see lion, fish, bird, bear, and elephants. Some animals are almost extinct. For example, Sumatran elephants. I also made the cage for the animal. The lion's cage and the elephant's cage are cuboid because elephants and lions are big. Aviary, aquarium, and bear house are cube because they don't need much space. The volume of the aviary is 8 cubic meter. The volume of bear house is 216 cubic meter. The volume of aquarium is 8 cubic meter. The volume of lion's cage is 105 cubic meter. The volume of elephant's cage is 600 cubic meter. As a son of God, we have to take care animals so they won't be extinct. For example, not kill and not catch animals. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today, I want to make a presentation about my making map of zoo. A zoo is a place where animals, especially wild animals, live, and humans can go and see them. This time, I will explain my map of the zoo. In the zoo live parrot, bear, lion, birds of paradise, tiger, and small fish, such as goldfish, betta fish, mollusk fish, angelfish, and many more. My zoo focuses on protecting animals, especially those that are endangered. Because of the beauty of their feathers, the extinction of birds of paradise are increasingly threatened with extinction. Much of animal hunting and illegal fishing are carried out for commercial purpose. And Sumatran tigers are hunted for their meat and organs for traditional medicine. While the skin is made for clothes, decoration, and souvenirs. Parrot and tiger live in cube cages, so they can fly or move more freely. Bear, lion, and birds of paradise are increasingly birds of paradise live in cuboid cages, so they can fly or move more freely too. And this fish live in cuboid aquarium, so it can swim and visitors can see it clearly. This aquarium consists of some small aquarium, so we can see many kinds of small fish inside. The volume of the aquarium is 432 liters. The volume of the room aquarium is 360 cubic meters. The volume of the aquarium water is 360 liters. The volume of the parrot bird cage is 260 cubic meters. The volume of the bear cage is 120 cubic meters. The volume of the tiger cage is 143 cubic meters. The volume of the birds of paradise cage is 150 cubic meters. The volume of the lion cage is 144 cubic meters. And the volume of the toilet is 48 cubic meters. As the student, I will not support activities that destroy the environment. For example, illegal logging and hunting of protected animals. Thank you for hearing my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today I want to do a presentation about Matematika Analyzing Center. A recycling center is a place where outside can be easily taken, such as can plastic, glass, and paper. Recycling center is made of a large cupboard container that arranged from cube smaller containers. The size of large cube container is 12 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters. So the volume is 108 meters cubic or 10 liters 800 milliliter. The size of smaller cube container is 3 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters. So the volume is 27 meters cubic or 2 liters 700 milliliter. So the volume of large cupboard container is times of 4 times of the volume of smaller cube container. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Morning, Miss and friends. Today I'm gonna present about a zoo that I make. I ever go to a zoo. I saw so many animals like lions, tiger, fish, otters, and so many more. All of the species of monkeys are endangered because hunters keep hunting them. At my zoo, I put lion and tiger in a cube cage because they are big, and I put fish and otters in a cuboid cage because they are small. There will be one lion and one tiger in a cube cage with a volume of 260 liters. And there will be 5 fish and 2 otters in a cuboid cage with a volume of 6,480 centimeters square. As a student from Korea, I will tell the hunters to stop hunting the endangered animals. Because if they keep hunting the endangered animals, they will extinct. Thank you, Miss and friends, for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. My name is Haiti, and today I'm gonna do a presentation about making map of a zoo. I've ever been to a zoo, and in that zoo, I saw lions, tigers, monkeys, fishes, penguins, birds, flamingos, and giraffes. In that zoo, there were also some endangered animals, like, for example, the Sumatran tiger. They are endangered because people like to hunt them for their skin. The lions and tigers enclosures are cuboid because they need a lot of space to walk around. The monkeys and giraffes enclosures are also cuboid because monkeys need a lot of space to climb and swing around, and giraffes are very tall. The penguins and flamingos enclosures are also cuboid because penguins need a lot of space for a small hill for them to slide down and a small pool for them to swim in. And flamingos need a lot of space to run around. The lions and tigers and the volume for the lions and tigers enclosures are 1,600 cubic meters. The volume for the monkeys enclosures is 48 cubic meters. The volume for the fishes enclosure is 97 cubic meters. The volume for the penguins enclosure is 128 cubic meters. The volume for the birds enclosures is 64 cubic meters. The volume for the flamingos enclosure is 80 cubic meters, and finally the volume for the giraffes enclosure is 2,560 cubic meters. As a curious student, I won't hunt down any animals so they don't become endangered or even worse extinct. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today, I am going to present about map of a zoo. A zoo is a place to keep wild animals and for people to look at them or study them. I have been to a zoo before. I saw lots of animals. I saw fish, cows, reptiles, and lions. I even saw some animals that are almost extinct. I saw 4 Komodo dragons and some orangutans. The shape of the fish's aquarium is cube, so they can swim around. The cow's cage is big because they need exercise. The reptile cage is cuboid, so they can run around. And the lion have a cuboid cage too, so because they have a big body. The the volume of the fish's aquarium is 1 meter cubic. The volume of the cow's aquarium is 40 meter cubic. The reptile cage has a volume of 6 meter cubic, and the lion cage has a volume of 24 meter cubic. If I was the zookeeper, I would take care of all these animals and not let hunters to kill them. Thank you for my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today I want to present about the map of a zoo I have made. I've been to a zoo before. If I were to have a zoo, this is how it would probably look like. In the zoo, there are the reptile house, the lion's cage, the giraffe's cage, and the aquarium. The reptile house has different types of lizards in it, even endangered ones such as the Komodo dragon. Its width is 5 times 6 times 5, which is 150 meter cubic. I chose a cuboid for it because lizards are long animals, so they need a lot of space. The lion's cage has wild lions in it, so you should be careful around it. Its width is 4 times 7 times 6, which is 168 meter cubic. I choose a cuboid for it because lions also need a lot of space. The giraffe's cage has tall giraffes in it. Our female giraffe has recently given birth to a baby giraffe. Its width is 4 times 7 times 6, which is 168 centimeter cubic. I chose a cuboid for it because giraffes are big animals, and I made the height a bit taller than the others because because giraffes have long neck. The aquarium has different types of sea creatures, such as the goldfish and the sea turtle. I choose I choose a cube for it because fish are small animals, so it is unnecessary for them to have a lot of space. Its weight is 4 times 4 times 4, 64 meters cubic. As a curious student, we mustn't hunt down the animals so they won't go extinct. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Today, I'd like to present map of a zoo. I have ever gone to a zoo before. I saw monkeys, tigers, zebra, and many else. South China tiger is an endangered animal. Why? Because people keep hunting them to take their skin. The cage of my zoo here will fit for each animals. For tigers, they will have cube cage. For monkeys and penguins, they will have cuboid cage. Next, lions will have cube cage. And the last is alligator. Alligator will have cuboid cage. The volume for tiger's cage is 30 times 30 times 30 equals 27,000 cubic meter. Next is the volume for monkey's cage is 10 length times 38 times 10 breadth equal 3000 cm3 cubic. Next is the volume for lion's cage is 30 times 30 times 30 equals 27,000 cubic meter. The volume for alligator's cage is going to be 40 length times 28 times 20 times 30 equals 24,000 cubic meter. And the last is penguin. The volume for penguin's cage is going to be 20 times 20 times 20 equals 8,000 cubic meter. As a glorious student and Christian student, to prevent animals from being endangered are keeping them and treating them nicely. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you all.
Good morning, teacher and friends. My name is Joseph from 5B. Today, I like to present my map of zoo. Today, I'm going to explain my map of zoo. In the zoo, we can see a lot of animals like whale, elephant, aviary, gorillas, tiger, and many more. There were some endangered animals like whale, elephant, gorillas, and tiger. Elephant may fit in a cube cage with the same height, length, and breadth. It has 8 meters, so 8 times 8 times 8 equal 512 meter cubic. It can fit 2 elephants. Whale may fit in a cuboid cage with 14 meter length, 9 meter height, and 8 meter breadth. So 14 times 9 times 8 equal 1008 meter cubic. It can only fit one whale. As a glorious student, we can avoid extinction of endangered animals, like do not hunting them widely and do not displace their habitat. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today, I want to presentation about making a zoo. In the zoo, there are many kinds of animals. Each animal has its own cage. There are large cages, some are small.
adapted to the size of animal. She is fish tank. Volume is 60 cubic meter. In it contain various kinds of fish. This is lion cage. The volume is 175 cubic meter. The cage is medium in size because it's only inhabited by 3 lions. Penguin Pass is the largest place in the zoo. Volume is 336 cubic meter. Because in that cage is inhabited by many penguins. This is the cage. The volume is 145 cubic meter. In this cage, the people can walk freely. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today I would like to present about making Kolaborasi. Sea is an area in which animals, especially wild animals, are kept so people can go look at them or study them. I made a picture of a zoo. In my zoo, there are animals like giraffe, elephant, toucan, and sea turtle. Some animals are endangered, like elephant and toucan. Elephants are endangered because people are hunting them so people can get there fast. Toucans are endangered because people are hunting them so people can get their feathers. I made a keyboard cage for my elephant so they can move around easily. The volume of the cage is 1,800 cubic meters because the length of an average elephant is 3 until 5 meters. I made a keyboard cage for my giraffe so they can have enough space. The volume of the cage is 900 cubic meters because the length of a typical giraffe is 2.2 until 2.6 meters. I made a cube cage for my toucan so they can fly around easily. The volume of the cage is 64 cubic meters because the length of a toucan is 55 until 56 centimeters. I made a keyboard cage for my turtle so they can swim around easily. The volume of the cage is 1,200 cubic meters because the length of a sea turtle is 1 until 1.5 meters. As a glorious school student, I can protect the endangered animals by not buying things that are made from the endangered animals. Thank you for listening to my story, to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today, I would like to bring about my map of a zoo. A zoo is an area in which animals, exactly what animals are kept so that people can go, see, and study them. I have ever been to a zoo, and it is a safari park. I went there 2 years ago.
There are so many animals like tigers, pigeons, hippos, and crocodiles. Some animals are put in cage because they are wild and can harm people. The cat is a cute boy because there are more than one animal in the cage. Let's calculate the volume of each cage. A cage for pigeon has the volume of 12 times 12 times 13 is 1,872 cubic meter. Again, for the tiger is 12 times 12 times 14 is 2016 cubic meter. Okay, for hippo has a volume of 12 times 13 times 30 equals 2028 cubic meter. Okay, for the crocodile is 10 times 15 times 14 is 2100 cubic meter. In for we need to save the animals because some of them, like tiger, are almost extinct. As a current student, to do so, we must not chop trees from the forest, so the animals will not lose their habitats. Thank you for listening my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today I want to present about my map of a zoo. I have been to the zoo. At the zoo, I see lion, giraffe, elephant, monkey, and many else. There are some animals that are almost as big. This is my map of a zoo. Lion has a cube cage, so it can go around. Monkey has a cube cage, so it can hanging around. But giraffe has a cuboid cage because has a long neck. Elephant has a cuboid cage because has a big body. Volume of lion is 2097 cubic meter. The volume of monkey is 216 cubic meter. The volume of giraffe is 16,900 cubic meter. Volume of elephant is 100 1,300 cubic meter. As Gloria students, we must create a nature reserve so that the animals do not become extinct. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today I'd like to present about map of a zoo. I ever been to a zoo. At the zoo, I seen giraffe, bears, lion, monkey, birds, and lot other animals. There's some endangered animal like elephants. The volume of the lion cage is the giraffe cage was 140 meters cuboid. The volume of the giraffe is the lion cage was 192 meters cubed. The volume is cuboid. The volume of the bear cage was 216 meters cubed. The volume of the bird cage was 729 cubes. The volume of the monkey cage was 125 cubes. The reason I chose cuboids for the map of the zoo is because cuboids are easy to use. They are easy to use, they are easy to store, and they are easy to use. The volume of the monkey cage was 125 cubes. The volume of the giraffe cage was 116 meters cubed. The volume of the bear cage was 216 meters cubed. The volume of the Giraffe case was because giraffe has a long neck. The reason I chose pupils for the lion case was because so they can move around. The reason I chose cubes for the bear case was so they can have more room. The reason I chose cubes for the bird cage was so the birds can fly more freely. The reason I chose cubes for the monkey cage was so the monkey have more plenty room to move around. What can I do for the endangered animal as a Gloria student was not to catch or sell them. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Morning, Victor and friends. My name is Faridin Young. Today I want to present about making maple soup, and I will explain about making maple soup. A zoo is a place where people can meet animals and more to keep to keep animal and to keep the animals that is almost instinct. In in the zoo, you can see some birds, ducks, reptile snakes, fish, tiger, lion, cheetahs, orangutan, zebra, monkey, and other animals. There are I ever been to a zoo before and I enjoyed. There are some orangutan that is almost extinct because people keep hunting for their skin. The, the zoo is a peaceful place where animals can stay. The bird cage and the gift shop in my maple zoo, it has a cube shape. So the bird cage is really tall, so birds can fly. The gift shop's height is 2 meters, so it's big, and a lot of people can buy T-shirt, comics, or gifts. Duck, the and the duck in the cage for the duck, snake, and fish had a cuboid shape. The duck cage and the fish tank is long, so they can swim and walk. The reptile snake cage, it has a fence, so no people can be closer to the snake and be bite from the snake. The the bird cage requires a volume of 8 cubic meters, while the gift shop requires a volume of 18 cubic meters. The duck cage and the fish tank has required the volume the same as 6 cubic meter, and the reptile snake cage requires a volume of 9 to 3 cubic meters. As a Gloria student, I get only donated at animal organization, and I will take care of the extinct animals and stop the hunt by hunting them the best I can do to protect the animal. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today I am presenting about when I'm in recycling center. Recycling center is a place where you can throw things and will process to be used again. If you've been to recycling center before, you'll see this word 3R. What is 3R? 3R is recycle, reuse, and reduce. Before the trash goes to the recycling center, we must separate them based on what material is made out of. An example is a calendar. We need to use a cuboid container for that because there's a lot of people using calendar. The volume is 1,250 centimeter cubed. The length is 280 centimeters, the breadth is 100 centimeters, and the height is 90 centimeters. I can put two more examples. A paper. We can use a cube for that because papers are thin and easy to break. The volume is 1 meter cubed. The length is 1 meter, the breadth is 1 meter, and the height is 1. Another example is metal. You need a keyboard container for that because metals can be big and can be small. The volume is 1,250 centimeters cubed. The length is 150 centimeters, the breadth is 100 centimeters, and the height is 90 centimeters. Last example is a flower. This container is only for glass flowers. We can use a tube for that because there aren't many people using glass flowers. Instead, they use plastic flowers. The volume is 1 meter cubed. The length is 1 meter, the breadth is 1 meter, and the height is 1 meter. As a Gloria School student, I want to start to recycle my things and tell as many people as I can to start using the 3R. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.
Good morning, teacher and friends. Today, I would like to present about making map of a zoo. Zoo is an area in which animals, especially wild animals, are kept so that people can go and look at them or study them. The purpose of a zoo is to provide welfare for animals in every management. The function of a zoo is to maintain genetic purity. I have been to a zoo. In the zoo, I saw elephants, giraffes, rhinos, owls, hippos, fish, bears, dolphins, tigers, and lions that are endangered, like the Sumatran tiger and rhinos. I built this zoo to prevent, protect, and conserve those animals from becoming extinct. The perfect cages for them are a cube and a cuboid because the cages are the right size for them. The volume of the elephant's cage is 343 cubic meter. I made this cage big because elephants need big spaces to move. The volume of the giraffe's cage is 140 cubic meter. I made this cage really high because giraffes have long necks. The volume of the rhino's cage is 125 cubic meter. The volume of the owl's cage is 60 cubic meter. I made this cage high so that the owls can freely fly. The volume of the hippo's cage is 60 cubic meter. The volume of the fish cage is 64 cubic meter. The volume of the bear's cage is 120 cubic meter. The volume of the dolphin's cage is 192 cubic meter. I made this pool so the dolphins can swim really far, like the ocean. The volume of the tiger's cage is 125 cubic meter. And the volume of the lion's cage is 64 cubic meter. As a glorious student and son of God, I am going to help animals of being extinct by not hunting wild animals and by not cutting down the trees in the forest so that the animals won't lose their habitats. Thank you for listening to my presentation. God bless you.